Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just That I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we officially finished off all of the Realm Reborn Crafter and Gatherer quests, in any case the job quests. And in this episode we're going to go and clean up a couple more quests. I think like literally two, and maybe something else. I don't know 100% what we are going to run into in this episode. However, before we go and do all of that, we have gotten these special tools basically. And the thing that I want to show off to you guys, if I can just find like a random recipe that I can craft. Let's see. Over here. I'm not sure about this one particularly. I think so. Basically every single workbench now is like basically changed to just in general look a lot more refined. In any case, a lot of them are. Let me say it like that. It's kind of difficult to show off unless if I actually make a certain recipe. But for instance, like the anvil over here looks a lot more special than it did before. Let's go and switch over to my armor. And let's go and just act as if I'm going to make that. And look at this. I love it. Goldsmith. Let's go and just act as if I'm going to make Electrum, which is like this. Is there anything else I can make that wouldn't? Let's see. I'm not 100% sure though, because a lot of these require some other things. In any case, I think you get the memo. Whenever you make something like more special, whenever you use like for instance your off tool, or like your main tool in this case, because you use your off tool for making a lot of things with Goldsmith, so. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to show this off, but you'll probably see it eventually when I return to crafting. But for instance, this letter over here, and you can see this like giant freaking... It's pretty giant little toolkit. I love it. And then Alchemist. Let's see. Anything I can craft, perhaps? Distilled water. Which is with this thing, which is not particularly what I was thinking of. Quicksilver, is it also the same thing? Yes. False. Yeah, won't be able to show it with that one either. Let's go and switch over to Culinarian and see if I can just get something really simple going. Raisins or a boiled egg? No? In any case, I'm pretty dang sure that you guys get the memo. Everything just looks a little bit more refined when you use those tools, which is really nice. Anyway, let us go and do some stuff. We are about to go and do some stuff. I'll be a carpenter, because why not? Do I still have those tickets? I think I should still have those tickets, but... Nah, fuck it, I'll just go to Western. A soundline like this and just fly over to... the place. Yes, my friends, the place. The place that I used to know. Right. So, the absolutely glamorous one is one of the final couple of quests that we have not finished. Which required a crafter. I also just remembered the beast stripe stuff. Yep, we're probably going to do that in this episode too. Try to hazard a guess. Source guy. Thanks to yours truly, you have a basic understanding of glamours, yes? I also understand you're no stranger to crafting this and that by yourself. It so happens these skills can be applied to a singular cause. Would you be interested in helping to bring some glamour to the world? By that I mean learning to make glamour prisms, either for personal use or to aid the aesthetically underprivileged. I will explain everything in due time, but there is something I need to prepare for beforehand. Bring me some Othardian or orange juice in the meantime, would you? Just ask Falkland, same as last time. Well, staring at me isn't going to get that orange juice poured any quicker. Hurry up, would you? Source Kim still got you running errands then, and she wants Othardian orange juice this time. 12 preserve. Well, here it is. I think she and I need to have a little chat about her tab. This order alone cost more than some of our big drinking regulars spend in a whole night. You have my drink, I take it? That's what I call orange juice. Eastern oranges have a bitter knack that truly invigorates the soul. All the jumping around almost made it go down the wrong way. Anyway, before we begin, I have a confession to make. To be perfectly frank, my expensive taste in orange juice have to be paid for somehow. While my intentions are sincere, my reasons for helping you are not entirely altruistic. Pass this letter to Goblin the merchant, and he'll allow you to browse his glamour prism recipe tomes. If you buy any of them, he'll give me a cut of the profits. You'll have the knowledge you seek, and I'll have money for orange juice. What could be more piquant? Or piquant? Piquant? I don't know. I will also send word to my associate Whiskard in Revenant's Toll. You have a similar arrangement, and I'm sure you'll find his prices just as fair as Gobrin's. You should start with Gobrin, though, since his stall's right there, by the pissed Peist. Jesus. Once you've read one of those books, you'll be able to make the prisms yourself and share the glory of glamours with the masses. I sense you come in pursuit of true elegance. And is that a letter of introduction peeking from your pocket? May I see it? Ah, so you're Swergeim's protege. And you wish to produce glamour prisms? A noble endeavor. My selection of tomes, reserved for only the most deserving, are yours to peruse. Right. So, we have glamoring items. I think I may have already gone over here. But then you have all of these master books, basically. These are gonna teach you the glamour recipes. Since they're only 300 gil per book, I'm just gonna buy all of them. And these are what people may call master recipes, which we'll check out in a moment, but I need to go to the bathroom now. Alright. I'm back. Let's go and painstakingly use all of these individual books. That's kind of the annoying thing when it comes to master recipes. But I can guarantee you that these recipes are just fine. And getting these particular books is also fine. The next set of books, that's a different story altogether. Alright, there we go. So now we have, so you have your level-based stuff. This has been changed like a patch ago, I think. They have special recipes, which is housing, collectibles, tribal quest stuff, which is like Ixol and Moogle and other stuff. And dice too, because you can also, you know, craft dice. And then there are the master recipes. You have 1, 2, and 3, which we haven't obtained yet, those books. And then you have the other ones, which has stuff like the glamour prisms in it, which would require walnut lumber and a clear prism. I think you can just get these with gathering. I don't remember how you get these particularly, but you in any case can. You can make them yourself if you want to. I don't really care too much. I usually just use my seals for getting those. But, well, yeah, they're there. Let's go over to Merdona. So, sing me another song. I still don't really know what that one is. Let me go and check that out actually for a second. Because one of them is like Gift of the Ancients, and then it's like Recall of Duty, and this. What the hell is this? Sing me another song. Okay. And what the hell is this? It's a level 70 thing, so I'm not sure what this is gonna do for me. But I might as well since I'm here. Eager to listen to my harp, are you? For what higher praise could a minstrel ask than to have an audience, the very hero who... Wait, what? Than to have as an audience the very hero who provides inspiration for his songs. Yet, I have no fresh compositions I deem fit for a champion's ears. Would that I possess something more to amuse you? I've been struck by the most wonderful idea. You shall be the author and the subject of your own creations. Yes, by weaving an epic with your own endeavors, you will find yourself casting a critical eye upon past deeds. Think of such works as muses for future growth. It is no difficult thing to pen a poem. The words will come of their own accord, I assure you. Simply envision the scene and describe the memories in faithful detail. Omit not and add not, and the truth shall remain. Reciting the finished piece should then serve to bring the past to vivid life in your mind's eye. And when you look back upon those upon events with undistracted clarity, what was hidden in chaos may now seem blindingly clear, especially when things are uncolored by the embellishments I might bring to the story. May the recording of your sagas reward you with inspiration and insight. Oh, and do return something and share what you have wrought. Duty recorder unlocked. Ah, okay. Allowing you to document duties for viewing within an in-room. Never used it before. So I'm unlocked, allowing you to document duties for viewing at a later date. Playback features include speed adjustment, focus target switching, and more. Interesting. It's only allowed after several conditions have been met. The first being the recorder is enabled. Recording can be enabled from the duty recorder mirror. That's interesting. I've never known that this existed. Or I sure as hell don't remember. Also, I'm gonna be right back again, because, you know, why not? Alright. Let's go and check out this other quest that we have over here. From Guiding Star, just tooling around. My name is Guiding Star, and you have the look of a carpenter. My goal is no less than attaining complete mastery of all things crafting and gathering, and to this end I roam the world. But I must say that Revenant Stall offers a sore temptation, the temptation to stay. Geez, sorry, I was burping in the middle of that. I'd heard tell that the Adventurers Guild had thrown its weight behind this place, but I had no idea of the kind of talent pouring into the camp. I could tell just from your hands that you are an adept yourself. You've not flinched at the notion of a little hard work. One of your standing must have tools to match. Surely you must own some choice items. Will you not let me see one? Nope, I already have it. Ah, magnificent. It is everything I expected, though not more. Forgive my blunt ways. No doubt you are fond of your chosen instrument, but surely there are tools better suited to you. Tools that require the delicate touch of an adept of your stature. There's a cat on my lap now. Well, I have a cat now on my lap. As it happens, such tools are available to you. You need to go on further than go no further than Talon here. He can be a mite testy, but he's one of the finest toolsmiths in the realm over. And his selection is impressive. Now, he won't simply hand them over. You might need to furnish the man with a bauble or three in exchange. But for an adventurer of your skill, such errands should pose a little challenge. And if you would walk the lonely road to mastery, why not petition Talon for one of his tomes too? He calls them me cookbooks, for they hold some of the most complex recipes you'll ever see. But you have enough skill for them, I'm sure. However, is a crafter ruled by a I don't know that word. Triumvirate, whatever. Tool, skill, and curiosity. May you prosper in all three. Give me that. Okay. You may now trade with Talon. After obtaining specific items, you can exchange them for gatherers and crafters' tools. So, master crafting tomes. Requires fieldcraft demi materia and battlecraft demi materia. If you remember how to get demi materia, you have to desynthesize different things, and there's a chance that you can get them. Battlecraft you can get from anything that is related to combat, so any piece of gear related to combat. And fieldcraft you can get from a lot of, well, maybe not everything, but a lot of pieces in any case can have a chance of giving you these. If you want to know the specifics of which ones give you what, you should probably look it up, because I do not remember. Then, to get the master recipes, the first and second master recipes, you will need to make stuff like treated spruce lumber, a dark steel ingot high quality, like all these need to be high quality, rose gold ingot, hard hippogriff leather, Vanya silk, growth formula delta concentrate, sauteed coral, reinforced spruce plywood, which is then like the second level of this, which is even more difficult, balanced dark steel hook, reinforced dark steel wire, calibrated rose gold cog, stuff like that. It just keeps going. So let me go and just check out the beginning of this, which would be a dark steel ingot, or a spruce or treated spruce lumber. Spruce lumber in and of itself is not too difficult, as you can see, as long as you meet the craftsmanship requirements, which I think I meet for both of... No, not for both of those. Only for the first level of this, which is interesting. So, at this point, I would, for instance, if I wanted to continue with leveling up like this, I would first have to make an offhand thing, which I think I can get in my... let's see, the Darksteel. The Militia Clawhammer over here. I would need to make a piece of spruce lumber and Darksteel nugget. You also all need fire crystals, so crystal level, from this point onwards. I would need to make one of these Militia Clawhammers, which would then allow me to get more, like, enough crafting power, so I could then make this, so that I could then continue doing this and that. And a lot of these materials are either gathered within a certain time frame in a day, which is a pain in the butt, or they are, for instance, for the treated wood lumber, you need hardened sap. How do you get hardened sap? Well, you get this by... it's ridiculous. You get this by trading seals in the Grand Company. So you need to first get a lot of seals to trade these. Then you can make spruce lumber. You would also need these wind clusters, which, if I look over here by gathering method, whenever it shows you this, basically, it means that it's going to be behind, like locked behind a time requirement. So all of these things, a lot of these things require time requirements, and it's in general a really big pain in the butt. If you want to do it this way, it is honestly interesting to level yourself up through this method. But I can guarantee you that you will be spending a long ass time. If you are willing, I think it's definitely an interesting way of going about it. However, I'm going to repeat myself again. This is going to take a long ass time. A lot of effort, a lot of time, and really difficult crafting. Or, if you want to go for a less annoying way of doing this, get yourself the Heavensward gear. So at the moment, let me go and take a look at this. So this is item level 90. At the moment, I'm dealing with item level 70 stuff and 50 most of the time. So the thing I would recommend, the way that you would do this, is make your way up until Heavensward, so that you can unlock the first set of those recipes. So you can basically, like, so that you're able to get stuff like cheddar lumber and make holy cheddar lumber, like, so that you can basically make the first couple of recipes, so that you can get the starter Heavensward crafting gear. Because when you're item level 90, you should have a much easier time of getting, first and foremost, of getting to the craftsmanship that you need, or control, depending on which one, like which recipe you're doing. And in general, the crafting is just going to be a lot easier. So, I will come back to this. I will unlock these master recipes once we do the crafting stuff in Heavensward. In any case, what these crafting recipes unlock are just more powerful, like, crafting and gathering things in general. And also, some interesting weapons and all that jazz. But we will check that out. Yeah, we're gonna check that out once I'm in Heavensward, maybe? You know what, my friends? No, I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to switch over to a character who does have those books, so I can show it off. Alright. Here I am with the main character. My character. With my beautiful level 80 gear. Anyway, we are here to look at recipes and not much else. Let's go over to master recipes. So, you can buy the demi-materia stuff, which will unlock making stuff like this, which is the Garuda weapons, basically. So you have, like, all of your primal weapons that you can make. People are making stupid jokes in chat. But yeah, these are all, like, based on different trials that you can do. Then you have the spruce plywood to unlock the next tier, which would require spruce lumber and then horn glue. Then you have stuff like the artisan stuff, which is the upgraded, like the even more improved gear. Then the second one would allow you to make wood gear and even more stuff, and the artisan sandals in this case, which requires stuff like mastercraft demi-materia, which is a really rare type of demi-materia. I can guarantee you, my friends, it's like, just don't do it. The same with this one over here. Unlocks a lot of the weapons that you can make with the demo materia books. A lot of the artisan's gear. And forager's gear too, of course. Don't forget about that. More wood stuff, and that's it for this, for the blacksmith. Then, augmented wolfram stuff. Just a lot of armor, really. The armor doesn't really have any super useful recipes for anything other than just straight up armor. Then the goldsmith makes moss-horn earrings, rose gold stuff, which require demi materia. So, you know, to make these things you already need 10 pieces of demi materia. Jesus fucking Christ, I forgot how insane this is. Sometimes there's also species like glamour, like this thick rimmed glasses in the master recipes. Then you have all of these item level 90 things, basically the gear that I was wearing before I bought the Ironworks gear or made the other ones at a later point. Gold spectacles, furnace ring, which is going to come in later. We're gonna check this out later, trust me. Trust me, you're gonna love this. Right. Gold spectacles, does it actually do anything or is it just a glamour item? No, it is a piece of gear. Then even more just random accessories of all kinds, not really super important for crafting or gathering. You can make a lot of these freaking glamour things with the demi materia recipes and more GP stuff. Or like gatherer stuff, I guess. Then another couple of sets, not particularly anything for crafting or gathering at this level. And then you have stuff like this, which is pretty dang fancy. You can also dye these, which is really nice. Then we have the artisan's mitts and the forager's wrist guard, so you can start making those pieces of gear if you even care. Then there is just a lot of glamour over here for bridesmaid stuff and all that jazz, cashmere stuff. Then we have the artisan's apron, which is item level 60, forager's vest, artisan and forager stuff. Even more weapons, more magic type weapons, I guess. Lots of music scrolls too. Then all these augmentations, which I don't really know what they do, but whatever. Yeah, just a lot of these ones in here. And then for cooking, it usually just comes down to... Okay, so that doesn't even do anything. It just comes down to even better of these recipes. Even better pieces of food. Basically. This being like the best food that you can get for a realm reborn. If you want to do minimum item level content with... Or just in any case, content... Like for instance, doing the coils, which we did actually. Doing the coils with like the item level, like the maximum item level that you could get back in the old day. Basically. That's what we did at some point. So that is where you can also get these things. Or you can just buy them. It's easy. Anyway. That is all of the stuff that you unlock with the master recipes. Alright. And now I will go and zoom back. Alright, I have returned after switching around and also doing some other stuff in between. So, let us go and see. So, we've now done technically all of the crafter and gatherer things that are available in a realm reborn, as far as I'm aware. So, let's go over to the North Shroud and unlock the Beast Tribe boys. Well, let's go and just unlock these Beast Tribe boys. Then we're going to do like the ascension quests for all of the Beast Tribe quests that I already have unlocked, and then we will go and continue. Right. A strange face you make, Lynn. Burning with questions. We are, yes. Or you are, yes. Make myself clear, I did not, eh? Only natural your suspicion is. Many Ehcatl would simply kill Featherless One and leave corpse for vultures. But think like bird-brained Natalan zealots. Clever Sezul and his crew do not. Endlessly wasteful, this war with forest people is. Waste of time, waste of resources. Ehcatl 9 is a group of thinkers, of crafters. This place, Ehcatl, is a place for building dreams. To fly higher than any other is Ehcal's ninth dream. But before we can fly, make wings we must. Good at making things you are, yes. No carpenter when see one, Cecil does. Way of moving, way of looking. Ka. Clothing had Cecil confused at first, though. Creating much better than destroying, yes? Both Exile and Featherless one agree on that they can. Have Lynn create something for Ehcatl now, Cecil would. Build many things we can, but not everything is possible in remote camp like this. You know of a place called Fargold Float, yes? Fine crafting facility they have. Perfect for making airship hull interior components. Leather backed plywood is component Cecil needs. Make for strong and durable hull it will. Place order for raw materials with the Kirin merchant in Fargold Float. Cecil has. Then need only speak to Junkmonger. Spend on coin, you need not. Squawk, a surprise for you, Cecil has. Protect and support hands when crafting tricky airship components. These gloves will. Even clever carpenter needs help from time to time, eh? Come back soon, Featherless one. Alright. It's always interesting to see this piece of Dalamud just sticking into the floor over here. It's quite a majestic sight indeed. Master Merchant welcomes welcome customer. Birdman Chief tell Master Merchant of Chief Makings. You take things for making and go to place for making things. You find making place outside of inn, not inside. Master Merchant thinks you have no time for thinking. Birdman's Chief seems ready to burst at seams. Hildyard will give you helpful help. Yes. Yes. Right. Hello there, adventure. Come now, I can hardly hear you. I said hello there. What's this? You wish to make use of our workshop? Well then, seeing as you're a first time, allow me to give you a brief explanation of what we seek to accomplish here. As I'm sure you are aware, Eorza is populated with a plethora of artisans who create a range of wonderful wares. This workspace was created with just such a diversity of craftswomen in mind. No matter your profession, our facility is designed to allow simply anyone to bring in their materials and produce goods that demand an exquisite degree of precision and polish. Our small operation here at the Bobbing Cork is only temporary until we secure a more permanent residence. But I assure you that everything is fully functional. Now, what exciting project has brought you to me this fine day? What have we here? Ah, such a strange coincidence that you should happen to arrive bearing the very same rare materials that... Hildyard, have you any word on my delivery? Okay, just this boy. And who might this lady be? And why does she hold the component materials that I ordered? This is outrageous. You cannot simply swoop in and snatch up the wares that I reserved a moon in advance. Please, Master Tataramu, you misunderstand. This adventurer brought along these materials herself. Just brought them along, did she? Poppycock. Why? What would a guild-grabbing mercenary need with airship hull component materials? Only a master engineer with the highest level of skill would be capable of utilizing the potential of such specialized items, and I highly doubt that anyone besides myself have a use for them. I shall be gracious, however, and allow that you are some manner of artisan. Pray tell, exactly what do you intend to craft with those materials? I am, of course, ignoring the fact that your efforts will invariably result in a botched job and wasted resources. Master Tatarume, this is hardly a gentlemanly conduct. Shall I offer to view the finished product then? Go ahead, madam, craft your wares, and I shall appraise the quality of your work, free of charge. Master Tataramu, or Tataramu, I shall become cross with you if you continue in that tone. Here are your materials, miss. I'm sure whatever you create will be absolutely splendid. Right. Got a certain amount of time. Should your sentence process. So we get access to the crafting facility, which we will need to craft this thing. We need to have both that and the gloves equipped. This is such an annoying thing. Only this tribal, like beast tribe, does this. Over here it says, status required, facility access detailing, and you need the wrist gloves to make this first piece of full component. There we go. Craft away, madam. I'll be waiting to appraise the result of your expertise. All done, are we? Now, let's have a look at the travesty you've made out of... Godspeed. Good. I can scarce believe it. The craftsmanship is exemplary. And you say this component is to be used in the construction of an airship? I cannot even imagine what type of hull you mean to build. Tell me, adventurer, who commissioned this work from you? I must know. I prefer not to say. A curious reluctance. What harm can come of revealing a client who builds airships? Unless... There was an odd rumor making the rounds among the engineers of the company. They say a group of Ehcatl had carved a secret camp in the Black Shroud, and were conducting trials of some kind of secret weapon. I had thought it idle gossip at the time, but 'twould appear the tale held merit after all. Your Ehcatl masters seek to craft an airborne vessel of war. I will not allow it. Transforming the wonders of air travel into a means for delivering death is blasphemy of the highest order. But, Master Tatarami, what do you mean to do? Is it obvious? I'm going to march right into their secret camp and give those bastard birdmen a good telling off. You'd best stay out of my way. But you cannot simply... When it comes to airships, I'm afraid Master Tataramu's passion overpowers his capacity for common sense. I wonder if he even has any idea where he's going to. Or where he's going, whatever. Here, you'd best take your finished components and complete the delivery. Your appraiser appears to have forgotten it in his haste to rush off and chastise the Ehcatl. Just who is Master Tataramu? I could tell you, but that wouldn't be very exciting now, would it? Perhaps you might ask him yourself. Right. Back to the Ehcatl we go. Correct. Returned you have. Able to craft component you were. Make this you did. Yes. Serve us well this will. Begin construction on hull we can. Rock! I found you. I never realized just how big this forest was. Who is small, angry, featherless one? Never mind who I am. 'Tis you who are on trial here. Are you not the Ehcatl master who seeks to build a death-dealing airship and bring war and destruction to Gridania? Have you no respect for the virtuous field of engineering? Your uncouth plan will irreparably sully weapons on an airship. Simply monstrous. Sorry. Squawk, mind your tongue, you shall. Making airship with weapons says what is not. Been telling tall tales, someone has. Do not try to deny it. I have seen how the Ehcatl stole our technology to build those horrendous war balloons. Your kind know not but killing and mayhem. Squawk, blather too much, angry one does. Cease not enough. Look at design on their own feet, you should. I am so scared that this cat is gonna slip and make another hole in my leg. The schematic. It contains elements of both a dirigible and airship. I've never seen the like. Hybrid vessel, Dezel Qualan, it is. Fly very high, it shall. Ceiling attitude at 5,000 yards. 5,000 yards? That's impossible. An unattainable fantasy. Why, even Master Garland's enterprise cannot reach such heights. You speak of visiting the heavens themselves? Yes, the heavens. Rap on God's front door we shall. Knock, knock. Ehcatl, floating continent of legend it is. High, high above clouds. Place where Sazul's ancestors once lived. Return to Ehcatl's lost paradise we shall. All-consuming goal of Sazul's people it once was. But this dream shared now by too few it is. Rather worship a mad goddess Garuda and squabble with featherless ones. Not that an Ehcatl would. Waste of life, Sazul says. Help Ehcatl 9 build a balloon airship hybrid and reach for distant sky. Other Ehcatl should. What an incredible idea. You have such vision, such zeal. Sazul, I have misjudged you. You must let me work with you. I will see this dream of yours become reality. Right, you wish to join Sazul's crew, do you? Possess some skill at crafting, do you, yes? Yes, I have studied airship designs most extensively, and though my practical experience is admittedly limited, I vow that there are none who match my passion for the craft. Important passion is, but knowledge too, you must have. Work you as hard as others, Cecil will. Be spared for your size, you will not. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Tataramu at your service. And what of Lin? Impressed with work, Cecil is? Enjoy crafting with Cecil's gloves, did you? Like second skin, yes? Protect hands, but allow artisans to make delicate and difficult movements they do. Agree to help Ehcatl build Dezul Qalan, and let Lin keep gloves, Cecil will. What say you, featherless one? Sprout wings and fly with us, yes? Squawk, feathers of the spirit we share. Hard to imagine to look at us now. It is, but an age when Ehcatl flew on power of their own wings there once was. Sad then that wrath of elementals we incurred, banished from forest and stripped of gift of flight we were. With the younglings hatched outside of forest, something wrong there was. Stunted their feathers were, but lose desire to soar, Ehcatl never did. In place of lost wings, great balloons Cecil's forefathers made. Such ingenuity, seek to continue the legacy Ehcatl does. But forgotten joy of crafting own wings. Not to learn Ehcatl have. Grovel instead to gods, they do, grovel and beg. Fools, grant them new wings, Garuda never will. Grant them new wings, Garuda never will. Seek only to increase our might, the goddess does. Always more sacrifices, always more crystals. Nothing more than slaves. Natal and Ehcatl are, but not Ehcatl, no. Soar once again we shall, within Dezul Qalan, our salvation, our waking dream, lies. Work hard and see history written, then shall. Tribal quest complete. And then we unlock the Ehcatl 9. Balloons. Thanks to your efforts, construction of the Dezul Qalan's hull has begun. Continue assisting the Ehcatl 9 to see the airship hybrid reach completion. Right, bird is the word. So we now have Deliverance and some other quests. The Deliverance one is the one that gives you the most amount of points, I would say. I'm not going to read this because these are just random, like, daily beast tribe quests, and I don't really care enough. The way that this one in specific works, delivery quests, which gives you like quota points. So, they will give you a certain amount of things that you can craft or should craft, or that they want you to craft, whatever. And when you deliver them, you get some quota points. Do basically 3 of these recipes, and you get XP, and you also get, you know, the quota filled, and then you get a lot of beast tribe points. Do I have ragstone? Fuck. Can I craft raft? Yeah, sure. Can I craft ragstone? Can I get ragstone? It's in central Thailand. Shit. Shit. Let me go and do this one for now. Amateur spinning wheel. Maple and bronze. Or a bronze pickaxe. Or this thing over here. Which actually just gives you like more XP or something. Nothing that interesting. Or I can just make rye flour. Sure. I'm gonna need 6 per recipe. Instead of mean like 2, instead of mean 6. Yeah, just 6 times 3, that would be 18. So, going to need 18 pieces of rye. I will go and do these daily things, though, at the moment. Because I do feel like it would be kind of good to start working on this, too. Then we need some rye flour, which I have apparently never made before. There we go. And let's go back to the Nox, right? All of these things in the, like in any case, by local time. I don't know, let me go and check server time. So at 3 PM server time, all of these things are going to reset. That's how it works. Depending on like your, what's it, like daylight savings time is also a thing. So normally it would be like 4, I think. I don't, actually wait, no, that's wrong. Server time is always the same time. Right. So it would always be 3 AM, or 3 PM, sorry, 3 PM server time. As far as I'm aware. Could be wrong again because I'm stupid. There we go, and then another one of these, and then another one of these. And then we get 70 points. Now you might be wondering like, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. But the fun thing about the Ehcatl is that they... so all of these beastwives basically level up to a certain level, and that stops, I think, Sworn. But then Ehcatl go even further beyond that. Which can be a little bit annoying. I will go and do these quests right now. Because... once again, in like 15 minutes or something, all of these are going to reset. So I may as well do these ones, and then I can do another set today too. Then after we are done with this... after we are done with this, I think I'm going to end up the episode. And then next episode we're going to go and get the boys. Now go and check out the other beast tribe quests, beast tribes, and go and advance their quest lines, so I can continue leveling those up at a daily basis too. And this is basically going to be the way that it's going to go. I kind of hate having to do daily stuff, especially when it's like required to do some of these things, like daily or weekly things. But so be it, really. Not much I can do about it. Alright. Let me go and switch over to my paladin. I will say the Ehcatl quests are probably some of the most annoying beast type quests in the game. Because of the fact that like some of these recipes that you need to make are required to like it's a combination of like crafting and also fighting. Like crafting and doing a lot of other different things. While usually when you're doing crafting quests in like the later expansions, it's just like, okay, go to this place, you talk to this person, they give you an item and you craft it. Well, with this it's a little bit different. Right. Oopsie. Let me go and craft. And the other really, really annoying thing is having to equip these gloves every single time you want to make a piece of the Ehcatl ship. Also, these are high quality uncraftable, most of these things, so no point in trying to get high quality on these, just craft them. I can even... oh, I cannot do that for... that's really annoying. Oh well. In any case, you have like the daily stuff that you can... like the delivery stuff, which requires you to go and get your own resources and give it to them. And then there's the other part where you have to do these 3 quests. Or more, because you can unlock more of them too. But we'll get to that when I enhance... or when I go and unlock the next... like, I'm sorry, fucking hell, man. Do like the next side quest for the beast tribes. For like the Amalja, Sylph, Kobold, Saga. All of that jazz. The ARR beast tribes are known to be some of the most annoying ones to do. Which I can definitely see and understand. But at the same time, so be it. It is still content. Gives you a wider understanding of the world that you're in. That much I will definitely agree upon. Even though it doesn't, you know, remove the part where it's a pain in the butt. But, yeah. So be it. Speaking of things that are going to be a pain in the butt, this right here. It's one of the upcoming things we're going to be doing. And there's a very specific part about that which is really annoying to me. But so be it. Right. Have this, give me 20 points. Have this, give me 20 more points. Have this and give me 20 more points, please. There we go. Alright, my friends, that, however, is going to conclude this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode, we are going to go and deal with some beast type stuff. You know, just some more beast type stuff. Anyway, goodbye.